You're not overthinking because you're weak. You're overthinking because your brain's favorite hobby is hosting 3 a.m. emergency meetings about things that happened in 2009. And today, we're going to talk about why your brain does this, how to make it stop, and how you can finally send a text without planning an Oscar acceptance speech for your punctuation choices. You ever try to do something simple, like message a friend, "Hey, want to grab coffee?" And suddenly your brain is like, "Wait, what if they're busy? What if they secretly don't like you? What if they're allergic to coffee or caffeine or you?" And now you've rewritten that text 14 times. It's been an hour. You've Googled best casual greetings that don't sound desperate, and now you're reading an article from 2013 titled How to Talk to Humans. I once had this happen with an email to my boss. Just a quick update email. Somehow, I went from "hope you're doing well" to "what if they think I'm threatening them with my well wishes?" And by the time I sent it, I'd written enough drafts to qualify as a novelist. Overthinking is like your brain being an overprotective parent, except it's wearing night vision goggles and a tinfoil hat. It won't just warn you about real danger. Oh no. It'll run full simulations of imaginary disasters. If you go to that party, you might spill something on yourself. If you speak up in that meeting, everyone will hate you forever. If you post that picture, you might start a butterfly effect that ends in the collapse of civilization. It's like having a bodyguard, but the bodyguard keeps tackling you in your own living room because they thought the houseplant was armed. Here's the truth. Overthinking is your brain's way of trying to protect you from rejection, embarrassment, or failure. Your mind is basically saying, if we think of every possible outcome, we can prepare for anything. The problem? The human brain is terrible at predicting the future. It just ends up making you anxious about things that won't even happen. Think of it like being stuck with the world's worst fortune teller. You're paying in stress, and all they give you is, something might go wrong, or it might not. But you should panic just in case. I am a black belt overthinker. I've rehearsed conversations that never happened. I've planned for arguments that ended with me saying something clever. In the shower, 2 days later. I've even overthought compliments. Someone once told me, "Hey, nice shirt." And instead of just saying thanks, I thought, wait, why? What are they implying? Do they hate my other shirts? Overthinking doesn't just ruin your mood. It steals your time, your energy, and occasionally your laundry confidence. But here's the part nobody tells you. Overthinking is not your fault. You didn't wake up one day and say, "You know what would be fun? Mentally replaying that awkward handshake from 5 years ago until I can't sleep." It's a habit your brain learned, and that means it's a habit you can unlearn. The trick isn't to stop thinking, because good luck with that. The trick is to change how you think. And that's what we're about to do. I'm going to walk you through the one method that finally shut down my brain's overthinking committee without me having to move to a cabin in the woods and speak only to squirrels. Here's what worked for me. I call it the 2-minute courtroom. Every time I catch myself overthinking, I pretend I'm in court. My anxious thought is the prosecutor, throwing out wild accusations. I have exactly 2 minutes to be the defense lawyer and prove it wrong. Example. Thought says, if you ask them for help, they'll think you're incompetent. Defense says, really? Or maybe they'll just help you? The time limit stops me from spiraling. And yes, I have literally said objection to my own brain in public. People stare. I don't care. So no, overthinking is not your fault. But it is your job to tell your brain, hey, we're not holding that meeting today. Because the more you practice cutting thoughts short, the quieter they get. And one day, you'll be able to send a text, hit post, or leave the house without turning it into a Marvel-level mental saga. And if all else fails, just remember, that coffee invite? They're not thinking about it nearly as much as you are, probably because they're too busy overthinking their own text to you. If this helped you even a little, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next time we untangle one of your brain's weird little habits. And drop a comment telling me the most ridiculous thing you've ever overthought. Because trust me, we've all got a story.